Oh,
Boom.
yeah? Oh, yeah?
Live
It
on
worked?
air. Let's
And
go.
who is better to come on air than your good
Let's
You
go.
talking about the boom boom room?
Yeah, the boom boom room. That's it.
Oh, I thought you was gonna let that, you know.
I just wanted to do the little intro, babe. All right, let's see if this works.
Or you weren't. Sorry for the
Artlist.io.
connectivity issues that are occurring. Like they said on Joe Rogan, demons be gone. Demons be
God,
gone.
demon.
Be gone, demons.
This is legit stage, Dave America.
Now let's have a good podcast.
Let's go,
You know.
baby.
Music
If you're wondering why I'm
licensing
draped out in all this
reimagined.
burnt orange, it's because I had a good weekend. I'll tell you about it in a second. Smee.
UT.
Welcome. I can't get too confident though. I'm not a man that tries to set myself up for control like the McLovins of the world. Oh, dang! I dropped it
Texas.
down low. Well, anyways, look.
Texas, Georgia.
Let's take it from the top here. We're back. This is Peach, and that is Smee.
Smee.
We are the Peach and Smee. Look, first of all, for the people that do support the show, we thank you very much. We love you.
Wrong.
We appreciate you, and we hope you love us.
The
Because
Lord.
stuff's about to get crazy, and people are about to start turning on people, and we fixing to have an election that you're either not black or white, but red
Bro,
or
for
blue.
real.
Mm,
For real.
powerful words. Powerful words. Smee,
Yeah,
give it to us. Give it to us, old jack-o'-lantern. What it is, brother.
Hey, nothing, man. It's I just got off of a week vacation, and now I'm back to work. Bum, bum, bum. But
Bum,
good
bum,
news,
bum,
I-
bum, bum.
I finished,
Well-
I think, all of my tests for my safety certification, so I should be certified.
Oh, yeah?
Bonafide. Yeah, I think I have one more
I mean-
safety test that's like to train people or something, like to train safety. I don't know.
Well,
I
I
don't
wish
know.
we had do you have a hand clap over there? Can you give yourself a hand clap? I know you got one queued up.
I'm sure I got one. Let's see.
You don't have one queued up at this point. Yeah, there you go. All right, look, so this is what I want to say. Congratulations to our buddy Smee for doing putting in the hours. Look, man, it takes a lot of work when you know you're not necessarily the college type anymore, Smee. I'm not trying to hate on you, brother.
I'm over,
But
son.
you know, you get a little older, brother, and you said, "Hey, I'm gonna put my head down. I'm gonna get back in that thing. I'm gonna better myself once again." And that is what you did. Congratulations to our
I
brother Smith.
appreciate
One
it.
more hand clap. One more hand clap.
Oh,
Cue it up one more
oh,
time.
oh,
One
okay,
more
okay,
hand
okay,
clap.
okay. All right, where's that? There.
One
it
more
is.
time for my good brother Smith.
Yeah, boo! What
Oh,
the hell?
well, look.
What y'all? I don't like y'all. This is
Hey, not too much further. Not too much further. We have the beloved holiday of Halloween. But first, as you can tell with all this burnt orange dripping off of me, and that as you can look over, is that that'd be my left. Over my left, you see that beautiful football stadium. They got the Georgia Bulldogs coming into town next week. I don't like to set myself up for trolls. I like the Nick Saban mindset of when my team wins, I celebrate like I saw, I wear my gear at the house, but I don't necessarily like if there's a team that's doing bad. If I have a buddy, like say McLovin, for example, we'll just use him because he's a good example, right? If you have say a team that struggles and my team does good, I don't like to just mention how bad your team is doing because there's a day coming soon that it could be my team that struggles.
yes.
And I don't want to hear it, bro, because I'm invested. It's in my blood, So when we take a L, I get affected, bro. So Texas playing Georgia. It's going to be a big game. We're not going to talk too much. Let that chainsaw off on them boys. You better not say saw them off. That's
Got
time out.
the
What was that
holidays.
for?
These are Halloween sounds. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, we got
Hey,
some good
keep
sounds.
that. Hey,
queued up
keep
for
that.
Halloween.
Keep that one. Keep that one. I want you to say it every time I say this person's first name. Okay, just ready to get queued up. That little laugh. Okay, so start on the first mentioned thing that just scratches my head, brings just a shake to my neck. Kamala Harris has hit her
Pamela Harris.
That was your cue. That was your cue.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Kamala Harris has.
I pressed it.
Okay, it's all right. So Kamala Harris has been all over the campaign trail, and she has hit
Oh, there it
shows.
is.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, she has hit shows like Howard Stern. The not Saturday Night Live. What's that guy? Not
I
Jimmy
know who you're
Kimmel.
talking about. Yeah, but basically Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, those type of shows. She's been on every type of those type of shows. She's been on a Call Her Daddy podcast, and so she's like taking all stops at this moment. Like last week, I saw a 2-minute reel of just like the amount of just platforms she has been on lately. And the first of all, it's now they're talking about what a joke it was, or how absurd it is that JD Vance and Donald Trump would comment that Kamala Harris and standing President Joe Biden, how they handled Hurricane Helene. You think that's valid? You think that's because obviously I don't understand. I hadn't looked too much into Hurricane Helene. I know there's a lot of bridges collapsing, people kind of SOL there. I really don't know the recovery. I know there was a lot of issues there. I don't know if you're the.
I don't
I
know.
mean, what would you say? Because that's obviously that's
Is that
kind of
the
in the
latest
headlines
hurricane?
now.
Is that the one that just happened in Florida, or is that the one that happened like a week ago and
No,
went up into like North Carolina?
Yeah, that Hurricane Helene's the one in North Carolina where all the flooding's happened. Apparently, that's like where they're hanging their hat this week because Trump's been being super mean. Let's just call it what it is. He's been being mean about their.
I think it's just an easy thing to like talk about. I wish I knew more about the situation, but I mean, I don't know. Is it FEMA's responsibility to fix everything in a hurricane? Is it the state's responsibility? Like, is it the electric company? I mean, there's so many people. I don't know. It's a good question. I'd love
Well,
to
and
know
so
what
I didn't want to go too deep into that, just because it was more so of a setup for the next question, and I wish I could play that clip. I should have found it because I had plenty of time to do so. I didn't just think of that the specific clip, but I just thought it was funny how the news station would kind of comment and say that because they asked her the question, they said, "Would you have done anything different than Joe Biden is doing right now?" And at first, she didn't know how to answer the question. And then the news media that was like playing these highlights was like, then questioned Vice President Kamala Harris didn't answer, regained herself and figured like they made it this really heroic thing of like her just like kind of looking dumb, like not knowing what to say. It's just, I see me as a person. I see through the BS. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying about presidential campaigns. I'm saying about pyramid schemes. I'm saying about all of the above. You know what I mean? And I see through the BS.
Yeah. I was trying to find a clip, but yeah, no, I agree. I mean, bro, come on. Anybody with the brain just goes, okay, I'm not happy with the state of affairs in the United States right now. Who's been the president and vice president? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. All right, well, I'm at least not going to vote for her again. And I was happier when Trump was president. I mean, we'll see what happens. You know, hopefully there's enough intelligent people out there that can make some informed decisions about their life in the past 8 years and which set of 4 years they prefer.
Well, keep in mind, bro, that was just my rant. Like, I had saw something. I just get real turned off by this stuff of like, I hate being surprised by the news because it's always like, I never turn it on. It's just something I hear. And I'm glad I don't take, and people that watch this every day, man, you need to change your life, bro, because that's horrible. I don't know what to say, but we're in a crucial time in the election because it's coming up, Smee. And so let's just go ahead and look at what we have here.
I'm really curious to see how it ends up. I think a lot of people are super curious. Are these all of the purple states?
We have we'll take the top. We have the national poll average of 17 polls. Last poll October 14th, which is today. that says Harris is favored by 2.6%.
Hmm.
I find that hard to believe, but whatever. Where's the problem? You look at states like Arizona, which Arizona was a state that last time was one of those states that said, hey, we may have more dead people that we need to collect. And then obviously Georgia. Georgia was the big state that's just favored Trump. So I mean,
If
I
Georgia
get
favors
into this
Trump, that's
like,
crazy.
well, you remember last time Georgia was like the problematic state of like we're waiting on you, kind of the rest of the country is waiting on you,
Dude,
and
Michigan Harris
so
at .1. That's crazy. Look how close it
yeah, I'm just California, bro. She's shutting that
is.
stuff down, and it was crazy, wasn't she? She was the criminal justice in California. Like a lot of people wasn't high on her.
Yeah.
Massachusetts,
Yep.
Maryland, dude. That's
Well,
crazy. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Trump is more up in Montana or Ohio than he is Texas. But Texas is definitely. But anyways, just
wow.
statistics, to keep up with. I'm sure we'll do
Yeah,
something
interesting to look
election
at.
night to.
Yeah,
We're not
man,
going
we'll
to
see.
contaminate
Ooh,
this whole show with
the
elections.
politics. It's pretty. I mean, it's a pretty
Okay.
important thing, though, and I bet everyone's, anxious to see what happens.
Well, and that's the thing I have. Like when you get on here, you're like, bro, I really don't want to talk politics, but everything you see is politics and it's controversial. I hope I pronounced that right. It's
Mhm.
you know, you can't like it's made you like the stuff they're showing you is almost designed to make you go find the opposite party and just start a conversation just to see their viewpoint. And it's just I don't know. It's not made to promote peace within like I don't know. It's just crazy to
Yeah.
me,
No, I
and
know.
I think this month's about to be a bunch of fireworks. We may see the New Year's early, my friends.
I was
Fireworks at
actually.
last.
So this is kind of related, but it's like geopolitics. Israel's supposed to strike back at Iran soon. I'm kind of curious also to see what they do and what kind of tactic they take.
It's just
We'll,
that's
we'll
just
see what
such
happens
a
there.
spider's web, brother. Because obviously we're in like fin with Israel, and Iran is tied in with uh, Russia. Now, why would so if United States? That's where I'm kind of curious. Obviously, the initial problem with Israel and Iran, and it feels like those problems happen all the time, pretty much continuously. But now, at this state of time, you're kind of wondering about where are the bigger pieces because Russia's just not going to let U.S. go and help them get at Iran, and vice versa. U.S. is not going to let Russia do that. So it's kind of
It's
like
kind of
when you play chess and you just everywhere you move, it's like, dang.
well to me, it's kind of it's becoming a hot thing because if you think about the world, like Russia, China, Iran, those are probably the biggest people that we have to worry about, right? North Korea, I
Axis
guess.
powers.
Yeah, if you want to think of like terms
They're
of
the new
Axis
Axis.
allies. Yeah, so Russia is involved in Ukraine, and we are definitely involved in Ukraine. Israel is involved with Iran, which means we're definitely going to be involved with Iran. And the only thing we're left to deal with is China and the whole, I guess, the Yellow Sea or the the the, the waters that are contested near China have always been like a contentious spot. So it's everything's kind of lining up for a global conflict kind of thing. So it's
Almost so, bro.
I'm kind of curious to see how the Iran thing goes. Because wouldn't it
Do
be
you?
great for China to do something or to like pull us out on a third front? If we're in Europe and then we're going to be in the Middle East, then we would also have to be in Asia dealing with the Pacific. Um, so that would be kind of hard for us to do to be on all three fronts. You know?
Man, so first of all, I'll just say this. I just I want to speak to the people real quick, Smee, because I want to tell the people we are not politically correct. We are not politicians. We do not. We're not. We are just the boys that get on the back of a tailgate and crack one and say, "What do you think about that?" This is what this conversation is. So please, like, this is what this is for. We form common sense opinions that make sense for you and me, whether I'm black, whether I'm white, whether I'm team red, whether I'm team blue. What's common sense? What is humanly right? You know, and so I just want to clear that up with saying that. Um, but it's very scary to think because what we know about the situation with Israel and Iran, if China ever did get in, I feel like China's just looking for an excuse to go to war with us. They just need the excuse. I feel like China's already been to war with us. If you ask me, that's a hot take. But you start hearing like them being able to. First of all, they're flying balloons. Like, why are you even flying balloons
Yeah.
over us? For one,
I feel like that was a test to see like kind of how we react and what kind of mechanisms
yeah,
we
but
have to
there's been
defend that sort of
multiple,
thing.
bro. There's been, and it's been not. It's not like it's hey, 1 week and then the next week it's like one month and then a couple months later here's another rant. They're like, hey, by the way, we shot down another one of Chinese balloons today. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I just
No,
feel
I'm
like
kind of curious.
China has our market. Like, you would know more of that. So like with trade and stuff like that, like how does that like because you see Russia, obviously when Russia decided that they wanted to go to war with Ukraine, right? The whole I'm suing the United Nations said, you know what? Well, we're going to we ain't doing no business with you. Exports, imports.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what China
I think
says
that's
to America? Hey,
yeah. I think it's
good luck.
definitely a big factor in
And,
Chinese-American
and
relations
let me ask you this
economy.
in a quick summary, because you're very smart, Smee. That's why you're on here. We respect your opinion. I had everybody like tells me that's one thing. They're like, man, that guy in the mask, he is smart. Nobody
He's
knows if
smart
you're good
and
looking.
retarded.
Nobody knows if you're good looking. What do you think? If we would go to war with China somehow in the future, the near future, what would that look like to the American economy?
I think that would be pretty freaking bad. I think there's a lot of manufacturing that happens overseas in China, and we get a lot of our low cost products from China. I think that would be a really big. I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons that neither China nor the United States uh, wants to go to war with each other, at least like an all-out war. But I don't know. I mean, what's more important, having the money to purchase a product and being on the receiving end of when you sell goods, you get in a lot of income, or having the ability to manufacture it yourself. I think in a time of
Man,
war, manufacturing it yourself is probably more important. So I think China might have the upper hand because we moved manufacturing overseas with NAFTA during the Clinton administration. So I mean, I don't know, man.
oh, wow. Hmm.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
remember that.
suspicious. Well,
Yeah, no,
I'm just curious. Like, would both countries like borderline send like? Obviously, you're going to war, but would you send each other in a recession? Like, I mean, you're not like goods, like you said, goods aren't coming over at this cheap cost. So all of a sudden, would that would probably drive goods up for us because now it's supply and demand. You can't get as much as that because it's not coming anymore.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. Like I said,
and the thing is, like during World War II, the Americans were supplying both sides with oil and gas and all kinds of things that they needed. I don't because so much of China's production is state owned, they wouldn't allow that. So they would cut us off from all of our basic goods that we're not currently producing. I mean, like think about COVID. Think about like masks and so many simple things that we just couldn't get because we had to get it from China, and the production
yeah,
was
but
slowed
bro,
down. Now, let's
so
say it was halted, they could cripple us, I think, pretty quickly unless American
oh,
ingenuity and hard work ethic just started. Like in World War II, we pop up factories, we transition a factory from making cars to making bombs. I'm sure we could do some stuff like that, but you got to think the American pride or
yeah, I
patriotism
was about
in
to
World War
say.
II was so high. We would have people in our own country protesting that we not get involved with China or that China was correct. There's so much disinformation with Russia and China. I don't know. It'd be crazy to see. That's why I think it's important to have a leader who would avoid that conflict. And I honestly think Trump, I mean, he's already gone on record saying he would end the Ukrainian conflict in a day. So he doesn't want conflict. He doesn't really like war. I think he's smart enough to know that our economy depends on China, and his money depends on China and all of his friends. And he realizes there's a big stake for American businessmen if China is out of the picture. Iran, I think they are just friends with the right people, but I don't think Iran has much that we need because they've been isolation, kind of like North Korea for
Yeah,
some
but
reason.
that's a
We
that
would,
I
I think
think
we could
in,
demolish Iran. I know a lot of people say all their stuff's underground, bro. It don't matter. If America wanted to invade Iran, holy shit, bro, I think we could destroy at
well,
least their cities and their government infrastructure. I'm sure they'd have rebel groups just like Afghanistan and ways to hide. But as far as like their leaders, their military leader, bro, that's not going to be underground unless they're just straight up hiding. And then you basically won anyways. I don't know. It
you
depends.
have to
There's a
realize
lot of contingencies that can
how
happen.
much by far the United States military spends just solely on its military. Um, I
Yeah, but
don't like
I
there's
wonder about
times
the
well,
spending. Just real quick, the
no, you're good.
spending is government contracts that's offered by the United States, right? And think about the
Hmm.
Ukrainian thing. There was like 40 billion we gave to Ukraine in one fell swoop. That money didn't go to Ukraine. It went to American arms companies like Raytheon and Northrop Grumman and whatever the Boeing. So
Yeah,
spending
Boeing.
all the money that we're spending on military, is it that we're getting our money's worth or that we're filling the pockets of the corporations? Because that's really where the money's going anyway. It's American taxpayer
It
money going straight to the ultra
the
rich.
thing that scares me is like I don't. It's not so much of a boots like landing on our soil war. You know what I mean? Bro, come on. Y'all bring it down to Crystal Beach. Y'all make y'all's way up. You're going to fight a lot more people before you have to touch the first military. I can promise you that. Now, here's the deal. What you do have to realize logically, military power is probably a lot stronger than what we civilians. Now, when we group together as a multitude, it gets powerful. But I would hate to see the fatalities. Like realistically, if boots were to land on the ground, but I don't think we're there, brother. I think when you see like Texas's power grid just go, that's scary, dude.
Yeah,
That's like, all right, let me.
and
They're
that's a
not
good
even
point
dropping. They're
too. Yeah, because
off.
hacks, hackers. China's been involved in state hacking and
Would you
I guess
say? Would
cyber
you say
terrorism for a while. Russia too.
hackers are more dangerous than spies? They're like the new age spies.
Yeah, dude, I think that'd be, they kind of tested, it was if it's Chinese state hackers, like state-sponsored hackers, no one's going to penalize them. They can do whatever they want. They're doing it on behalf of the Chinese. The Chinese want to do it. China can always say, "Well, we didn't sponsor them. We don't really know what's going on." And how can you really find out? Dude, that'd be a good way to cripple American infrastructure is just
Well,
demolish the
just
power
to
grid.
take into context, just like how many countries like hate America, like genuinely. Like if you ever watch like I'm real big on like the YouTubers that travel places and like are very knowledgeable. Well,
Yeah,
like if
me
you
too.
know, a lot of people will talk about like North Korea and some will, very few, but they have to follow so many crazy guidelines. Like you can never like have a picture half cut off of Kim Jong Un, and I'm just like with North Korea, like they are trained in like in schools that
Yeah.
America is the enemy of the world, and I would find it hard to believe. Like I don't think Chinese people think that, but I definitely think there's an opinion.
I don't
I
know,
don't
man.
think
I've
they're
watched a
trained
lot
to.
of I kind of watched the same thing you're talking about, and I've watched some just straight up interviews like they were in China asking them questions. And all the people from around the world, they don't really hate America. I wouldn't say they maybe they have a little bit different views, but everyone's kind of the same, dude. Like, I mean, think about it. Whenever things get super overwhelming politically, what do you want to do? You want to just be like, man, I don't even want to talk about that. I just want to live my life. I want to be with my friends, my family. Like, none of that stuff actually affects me at all. I just hear about it every day on TV and on the radio. But when I go to work, people don't really talk about politics. When I come home, I don't talk politics with my wife that often. You know what I mean? Like we're not getting into that conversation. It all boils down to just being able to provide for your family, having a family, and being safe and secure, not having a whole bunch of crime. When it comes to geopolitics, dude, I don't think that many people just automatically hate countries. Like for instance, if you met somebody from North Korea, odds are they probably be a decent person. They'd be pretty nice. You know what I mean? They probably
Yeah.
would know that their country was crazy because they're in the United States. Like you'd have a lot of questions
Well,
for them,
first
but
of
you
all,
wouldn't
if you're
hate.
seeing anybody from North Korea, they're a defector. So kudos to
Yeah,
them.
exactly, exactly. I don't know. It's I think most people, just kind of they just want to laugh and enjoy their life and enjoy their family. They don't really
No,
get too
man.
caught up in
Well,
politics.
look. In the political sum, pray for North Korea. Pray for North Korea. That's what we'll wrap this up. Pray for America, and just say a little prayer for North Korea, because some people over there, they got hard
Bro, I
emotions.
say I say pray for the Israel-Iran thing right now. I think that has the
Yeah, that's
potential to
fair.
blow into something crazy.
Dude, you've been reading your Bible, bro. You're getting real close to Israel, bro. So you're
It's funny.
starting to take
I
up for
don't.
God's people.
No, it's no. I don't really. I wouldn't say I take up for Israel. I think they do a lot of crazy, jacked up stuff. But I'm just saying. It's funny. Um, I was thinking about like Israel and Iran and like the temple's going to be destroyed again and all these prophecies that are in the Bible, rumors of war and blah. And I was like, dang, man, I wonder, what if it's all true? What if this is
I'm just
the
gonna say
starting of
that
the end of
region,
days?
that's where it's all prophesied at, and that
Yeah, but
region cannot stay out of conflict.
bro,
Like
I
they're
know
one step away from getting the entire world to blow up
for
each other,
real. Well,
and
I
it's
read
it's
something that said
problematic.
Iran is like super close to like enriching uranium. I think they're like 2 weeks away. They could have like enriched uranium and like I guess make a bomb. I guess if they already had the mechanisms in like 2 weeks. So it's like they should probably go for their nuclear facilities, like Israel, if they're going to do that. But then if they do that, that's going to be war, at
Well,
least
and
between
here's the
Iran and
deal.
Israel.
I, Israel's small, but man, Israel's up there when it comes to military intelligence. Like,
Yeah,
you
I want to
know,
say they're like third in spending, something
I
like
know
that.
though, bro. Does that? All I'm saying is, man, that's God's chosen people. Look, that's what I believe. That's what they believe. That's what we believe. So they're holding on strong, and it ain't just guns and missiles, brother. It's the good Lord. Amen. Can I get it? So praise
Hallelujah.
God. Well, in a shift note, if you guys are looking for something to not watch,
Okay, Israel is actually pretty far down there. They're actually number 15. It's United States, then China, then Russia,
yeah, but Israel has like
then
places to run in
India.
the mountain. Bro, like
Oh, that's
Israel is
crazy.
prepared. If everything goes south, Israel's prepared for a last stand. Like that's what's crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, so is Iran. I think there's more
Well,
mountains in Iran, and it's a bigger country. Iran's freaking huge, dude.
well, let's
Anyways,
hope let's hope they find a way to get out of it. But regardless
hey,
of
well,
that, if
I
you're
bet by the next podcast we'll have some more information about Israel, Iran, and what's
oh
going on with
yeah,
that.
let's hope better than worse. Just for
Yeah,
the
for
sake
sure.
of the rest of the world and what we're about. We got to get through this election first. But
Yep.
other than that, like I said,
Agreed.
if you're looking for something to not watch the election, did not know, FYI, my friend, did you know that there's a golden bachelor?
Golden what? Got the internet problems, guys. I'm even hosting all of the streams. Network disruption, attempting to reconnect. Dang, that's a crazy screen. Yeah, I don't even. Oh, he's
We're
back.
fixing to
There's,
start. I
there's.
mean, we're fixing to start having 30-minute podcasts, because it seems like every time we get to the 30-minute mark, it's just like everything wants to
Yeah.
take hold of my internet
A
and
golden
drive it
what? A
straight
golden
to the ground.
snitch?
What?
Did I know there's? You said, did you know there's a golden? And then I didn't hear what you said.
No, I was saying that there's a golden bachelor. Did you know that there's a golden bachelor? I was I
What
was
the
right
heck? You mean
listening
like
to
the
this.
movie
Yeah,
or the
the
show?
TV show.
Oh, is that
So
like
it's
old people? Golden Bachelor?
yes,
I think I saw a
yes.
commercial for that.
And I'm gonna tell you, I've watched younger bachelors, and I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Now, golden bachelors, that may be something like, yeah, I would like to watch that. Just
Bro, I
it's
hope it's
like 20
classy.
perverts just in there.
Bro, I hope it's classy and everyone's like very respectful and like it goes by without a hitch. And it's just more like about love and connection instead of
Have you
like
ever watched The Bachelor?
it's been years, brother.
Huh?
Years. It's been years. I haven't watched it
Yeah,
in
yeah.
forever.
Well, it's a strange show. It's a strange show. But other than that, if you want to take your mind off of Kamala Harris, go watch that chick that's about to stand up there and give them roses out to them old men. We'll just
Guessing
call
that's
her
what
Cougar
Christian's watching.
because I'm sure that's yeah. I don't know what she is. Anyways, here's the topic. Okay, you wanted the big enchilada. Here's the big enchilada. Not politics, not the Golden Bachelor. So the thought comes on me. It dawns on me. I'm hearing
You dirty thought.
conversations. Just looking at the sky at night and all the stars within it. And I'm like, Elon, he's up there. He's trying. So we think. So we think. If
Thought
you had
kills
a
people.
space conspiracy, I formulated mine the other day because everybody has one, but I didn't want to do the cliche of saying the moon landing was fake. And I didn't want anybody to push me to my own conclusion. You get what I'm saying? So I have now formulated my space conspiracy theory that
MySpace?
I think one day the what is going to get us, what alien, outer space creature, extraterrestrial, it's going to be from Pluto. Okay,
Okay.
and it's going to be a leader of a tribe that took the solar system a lot more serious than we did. And when they got the buzz that they were out of it in our minds,
Oh,
that's
hell no.
that's dude, they are mass producing weapons. They've been doing it for the last 20 years. You wait.
Oh,
They're gonna
hell
come back
no.
in a big way. I'm saying 2030.
That would
That's
be a
my
pretty
that's my
good,
outer
like,
space.
if I could, I really would love to, like, write uh, or program an animation, like a cartoon series, and that would be hilarious. Like, there's a group, a civilization that lives in Pluto underneath, like maybe like because they need more heat, so they couldn't be on the surface of Pluto. They were way underneath, and we never traced them. And when they found word that we took them off of the planet, they got so pissed. They were like, "Oh hell no, we're going to war with America or with the Earth."
Yeah.
And they come and they, bro. But it would be funny if they came and like we just destroyed
You
them. We were like, "Yeah,
you
that's
see
why." Now for real, there's no more Pluto.
did you ever watch Dragon Ball Super? You remember the guy Manaka?
I got to, it's funny. I was talking about this with McLovin the other day. I got to where like Whis and where's like the dog guy that was like really powerful that loved food.
You're talking about Lord Beerus.
Yeah, Beerus. I got to like Goku and him training, and then I think that Goku got like blue hair. Maybe it was blue or red. I can't
Dude,
remember.
you may be onto something as the I like the cartoon skit, dude. We can do it. Are you a
Bro,
drawer?
that'd be hilarious. No, I want to do it like computer animation. That'd be sick, bro.
Look, Manaka. This is Manaka. That's what I picture they look like out there. That's Manaka. So
Oh,
yeah,
I've seen
he
that guy.
Manaka.
Yeah,
Yeah, so basically he
he was
was
in the
not
fight or
like
whatever.
so Goku needed somebody to fight that was really strong. So Lord Beerus was like, Minaka's the strongest in the whole entire universe. Minaka wasn't even strong. Matter of fact, he fell asleep. He had a disease where he fell asleep every like 5 minutes.
Narcolepsy.
Yeah, so Manaka, poor guy, he didn't have the chance. He wasn't a fighter. So Lord Beerus was really just kind of building Goku's like mental state up to like be like, this is who you could be. Like he's the toughest guy, but you're not worth fighting him yet. So he's
Yeah,
just sleeping.
yeah, he's
And
getting sleepy.
so, yeah, that's what I pictured people on Pluto. But on a real
That'd be
note though. So
hilarious.
I just thought that was funny. I was like, yeah, that's going to be when somebody asked me something silly about that. But you have obviously the moon landing, great topic. Was it real? Was it fake? It's hard to know what's real and what's not. I mean, you had how much is NASA kind of involved with Elon? If they're not involved, I'm sure they communicate. I don't know how much SpaceX, like I said, is intertwined with the two companies.
I think they just have
But you
company
see Elon up
independent
there, and
contract.
like he's sending videos and stuff around, and it's not flat. And I'm just curious,
Yeah.
man. What do you think about all that?
Um, well, I think SpaceX just has like a contract with NASA. They use their propulsion systems to go up into space. But I don't know. I mean, it's really fun to think about because it's so hard to prove a lot of stuff that's in outer space or outside of our atmosphere. But bro, I've seen there's a guy on YouTube. His channel is the Y Files, and he does a lot of conspiracy. I mean, everything he does is a conspiracy. It's either about aliens or uh, any kind of crazy weird thing that wasn't proven, or there's just conjecture on. And he does space conspiracies a lot, and I've watched a ton of those episodes, and they're super. The way he does it is he'll paint the picture of the conspiracy, and he'll give you all the proof that makes you think the conspiracy is real. And then in the very end, he goes and he lays out the reasons why it's probably not what you think, or um, things that kind of like he gave you this proof, and then at the very end
Mhm.
he'll go, but that is what this guy John so and so said, and John so and so was a fiction writer, and blah blah, and he'll tell you kind of why it doesn't all work out, or why it's probably not real, bro.
So more so,
I've
he's kind of
like okay,
debunking
the
some of these
moon,
myths.
yeah, like he talks about the moon being hollow. He talks about there being pyramids in Antarctica. He
Time out.
talks about the
Is that actually
hollow moon
like
theory.
a moon being hollow? Is that actually
There's
a
people that believe,
conspiracy?
yeah, yep, that the
Oh,
moon is
come on,
completely
bro.
hollow, and it's kind of like it's some like other aliens technology or whatever. That there's alien bases on the dark side of the moon. That there's an object. Actually, I think I can't remember what it's called. It's called the black something. There's an object in the sky like a rock, and it's like it sends this signal periodically, and that's like apparently like orbiting our like Earth right now. There's like I said, pyramids in Antarctica, and there's like military bases in Antarctica, aliens underwater. Bro, there's so many conspiracy theories. It's actually kind of crazy. It's
Well,
pretty cool
and
though.
that's what I think, bro. Is like just imagine if like so today we don't like it's not like people are up there just like looking in the sky like that. So back in BC, AD or whatever those kind of days, way back yonder, they were looking up in the sky. It told them everything, but we don't. I don't know. Like you ever just sat there and looked at the stars and you're like, wow, like we're small. You know what I mean? I know that's kind of cliche to say,
Oh no,
but
no, no. Yeah.
like we
Let's
don't we
see.
don't think of that anymore, and it's just crazy like how small we are. Like bro, I was watching the other. I wish I could find that freaking clip, but hey, what's that? Gosh, where's this at? What was that? That black scientist guy. Oh, I think we could do that.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Here. Like this is what's crazy. Hang on, I got. Sorry, I was trying to share a video. Anyways, we'll share that another time. But it's just like how small like Earth really is, and how huge the, and just if something ever just went wrong, perfect. Uh,
This is like
explain
a
it.
view of deep space, and every single thing that you're looking at is a galaxy, an entire galaxy. So like imagine
Yeah,
this. Can you see my cursor right here on this big galaxy in front of this big spiral galaxy right here?
no, your cursor is
Oh, hold on.
frozen. I'm
What
sure.
about
Like,
now?
yeah,
Can you
yeah.
see
There
it
you go.
now?
There you go.
Okay, so this
Yeah,
big spiral galaxy, this would be like the Milky Way, like in Earth would just be like a little tiny speck. But these are like
mm.
huge galaxies, and look how many of them there are.
Like, what lens are you
All
actually looking through this? Like, you know how that iPhone came out with
this
that
is
0.5 where you can zoom
this
out?
is the James Webb Space Telescope. So it's kind of like the Hubble, where they they get a rocket to shoot out uh, into outer space, and uh, then it like sort of, I guess, releases the telescope, and then the telescope goes to a certain distance in space where it has a better view.
Dude,
And they
first of
upgraded the
all,
lenses too so that it can see. And you can tell us the James Webb. You see how there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these different like
yes, sir.
crosses, these stars.
Yeah,
The Hubble only had like 4 of them. Like it looks just like a big X. The James Webb has I thought it was like 6 different mirrors, but it has different mirrors that make the reflection of the light kind of turn into that
do that.
looks like the Star of
So is
Bethlehem.
that does that like make the light kind of not, I guess, as bright on the lens? Like it just kind of just
No, it's
deflects.
actually it makes it even better. It makes it to where it can see even better. Um I'm trying to
So
find the
here's the
Hubble
deal.
image real quick.
Let me just lay this out right quick. Don't move that picture yet, because I'm just thinking of
Well, I
like
want
we
you to look
talked
at
of
this
deer
one.
hunters. We talked to deer hunters earlier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's okay. We talked about
See
deer
this
hunters
one here?
earlier, and I'm in. Yes. What is
See how
this?
there's only you see how now there's only
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. With
4.
the, okay, so this is
It
the
looks like an
Hubble.
X. Yeah, that's the Hubble.
Uh,
The Hubble has the 4, and then the James Webb has the 6.
well, and so that's what I'm saying. Is me as a deer
Or 8.
hunter. You know, when you see something on camera, like a good buck, and most of the time, let's be honest, guys, good bucks are 8 points for us. We're not over. We're not shooting these 200-inch deer. We're just right there around 120. That's a good buck for us. And we see that on camera, dude. We get to like shaking. Just imagine this freaking dude that's receiving these pictures
Yeah, I know,
and
right?
just like sees this and just I mean, you're just literally you're like looking at probably what 20 something galaxies, maybe probably more.
Well, and you're looking back in the past millions of years, millions and millions of
Really?
years. Like everything, like the further, yeah, they call it like red shift and blue shift. Like galaxies that are red, they're like really far away, or they're like getting further away, and then the ones that are blue are getting close. I think that's right. But you're looking back in time. Like you got to think light. The so light is really fast, right? But the
Mm,
universe is so big that it takes millions of years for the light to reach us. So if I turn on a light and it takes 100 million years for it to reach you, you're only seeing when I turned the light on 100 million years ago. So those galaxies look way different now. They could even have life on them,
that's
and we
crazy.
wou't even see because it was millions of years. Yeah,
That's like some Dragon Ball Z stuff where a galaxy just pops up and
that's
you're
why
like,
they
wait,
call it the
what?
space-time continuum, because space and time are the same thing. When you look at something in space really, really far away, you're looking at something really, really, really old. It's like, okay, when if you see a star in the sky, you're looking at the star like 50 years old. It's a 50-year-old star you're looking at. If a star exploded, we wouldn't know until the light and the explosion reached us, and it would take
Well, and
either
that's what's crazy, dude. It
take
is
5 years
is
or 500 million years. Depends on how
and I
far
heard
away.
someone where they're like, "Hey, you don't know it, but an asteroid's headed for Earth, and it'll be here in 100,000 years."
See, that's
You're
different
like,
because
"What?"
they're doing the math on the trajectory, and
Did you
they
see? Did you see though? So that's what I was going to mention earlier. Is let me see if I can get this up now that I didn't catch myself by
bro,
surprise, just
isn't that
because.
mind blowing? Like to me, the telescope, just looking out into space, you're looking
Oh,
back in
dude,
time.
crazy.
That's so
No,
cool.
no, I like it too.
99.9% the speed of light. So that
This
means
is
that
a
its
grain of
Lorentz
sand.
factor was 22.5. So that means that I need to calculate whatever its kinetic energy was. I multiply it by 22.5 because it was going at relativistic speeds. And if you do
blow up like the whole Earth, right?
Terajoules of energy. That's about how much energy is in the fuel of a jet airliner. So basically, imagine a plane exploding in the sky, and that's how much energy this grain of sand would have when it hit the sky. So look at a small explosion happen, but not really much damage. That's not that impressive. So let's shoot Halley's Comet at it at 99.9% the speed of light. Whoa. Oh, man. Completely vaporized everything here.
So what I was trying to say is there was better videos of that explaining that, like that what's that oh god, that black scientist guy, he looks like he should have been on
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse. So he was explaining if this hit, it would not do nothing. Like basically, I mean, people would feel like what happened. And so the main thing would be the backside of the planet would like have these cracks in it. And basically what this would do over time, a grain of sand hitting the earth at the speed of light would send us into another ice age. Like pretty much 2/3 of the earth.
Yeah, that's wild.
And so when you see stuff like that, you got like, to me on the spiritual, like you gotta be like, bro, it's hard to believe that we just was here by circumstance. Why? So they say science. We talk science all the time. If the science they talked about occurred, we would be in an ice age, or we would be dead. You know, granted, we're seeing the surge of stronger hurricanes. Like, look, I think global warming is a real thing. I wish we can get all them AI robots in every river cleaning up cans and whatever. You know, but it's just the fact that everything just kind of falls in line, and you know, it's just cool how it all works together. I don't know. Like I said, the thought was you look at space, you think what's real, what's not, and it just, you kind of all tie your theory together, and there's just so much we don't know. I mean, now that's a whole. I'm not even going to start with the ocean. That's a whole nother podcast. But space itself, like, what's plausible? So to you, this is where I'll end it off at. To you, what is the most plausible space, say, project that will actually we will see in our lifetime? Because you know that Elon wants to go to Mars. They've been talking about putting Pluto Nash on the moon. What do you think is the most realistic thing for the next step in, like, or do you think we're not going to see that in our lifetime or never? It's just smoke and mirrors.
I'm pretty sure we'll go to Mars next decade.
Yeah, but I'm talking about setting up shop or just going to touch. We did it.
It's so far. If they're gonna send people there, I would assume. I don't know. I would assume they would actually do something. Let's see. I think there's a NASA plan.
Well, and you do have to respect all Elon's work ethic, man. That sucker is doing everything.
This was published 8 hours ago. NASA, let me just share it real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
NASA wants to send humans to Mars in the 2030s. A crewed mission could unlock some of the red planet's geologic mysteries. Let's see. It plans to send humans on a scientific round trip as early as 2035. It'll take 6 to 7 months each way. The astronauts may spend as many as 500 days on the planet's surface. That's kind of a lot. Let's see what they would do. Okay, so it looks like geology, so study rocks and how things were formed, how liquid water played a role in forming the geography.
I'm sure it'll probably go like that, how they do in Antarctica right now. They just send a group of scientists up there to do some. What's that video right there?
How did Mars get such an enormous mountain? Because Mars has the largest volcanoes that scientists have observed in the solar system. So I'm sure we'd be checking out that. But yeah, it looks like they would send. Let's see, what was it? A crew of how many?
Well, I mean, we got to do something because now we know, like,
But it said they would stay
we.
there for up to 500 days, so maybe a year on Mars.
But did you say how long would the travel take? Did you say 67 months?
6 to 7, half a year.
Oh,
Nothing
okay.
crazy. That's not bad at
I
all.
ain't gonna be on nowhere for no 67 months.
Yeah, 5 years, 5.5 years just to get there, and
Talking
then you
about
got to come back,
claustrophobic.
bro.
You know, it reminds me. There's a show that I cannot think of. It's on Apple Apple TV. Blake Griffin was one of the producers. It was one of them weird shows, but I definitely like it because it had that sci-fi vibe. But basically, it was this guy, and he was a con artist. But it was back in the '60s when they were going to the moon, and so basically, he went around and he made this company, that was he was selling people, like he would go to a town, a small town, go to this hotel and like go around town, basically bringing them in, kind of like a pyramid scheme, and like basically, hey guys, if you buy this package or whatever, we're taking off at this date, and
Was this a movie or a television series?
no, it's a television show, and basically he's just a con man. He's like selling fake trips to the moon, and people are like, basically, a lot of the people he gets are like the people that feel like they have failed on Earth, or maybe they just want a second chance, and so
Was it called Fly Me to the Moon?
Huh?
Was it called Fly Me to the Moon?
Yeah, it's got a kind of like a skinnier looking George Clooney kind of character in it.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a con artist, and he's just selling trips to the moon because why not? You know, people are buying them. But dude, doesn't that make you think? Like somebody had to do that. Somebody had to make money when the Cold War is kicking off, and we're everybody's like so fascinated with outer space. Somebody had to like fake some of this because it's a pretty good idea. I mean, I'm not the man to do that, but who is?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
God bless you.
Maybe
God
one
bless.
day these things will become like declassified, and we'll actually get to find out like
Like
whether or
all the
not we
FBI
made.
documents and NASA
Bro, I would
documents.
love that. That would be so cool. I don't think it'll ever happen. Plus, it would be kind of cool to like it kind of takes the fun out of it if there's no mystery, if there's no speculation, like what happened. I don't know. What do you think happened? That's kind of fun for American people to just.
Why don't we do that though? You remember when they were calling for the raid of like what was that, like 3 years ago?
Area
Everybody's like,
51.
we're storming Area 51, dude.
They can't
What if
take
we
us
go?
all.
Yeah,
Bro,
that
that's
worked
crazy,
out. I
bro.
don't think anybody actually did that. But what if we
No,
just
nothing
went and
happened.
stormed NASA? What if we went and stormed the NASA database?
Bro,
We're
would.
getting to the bottom of this.
That'd be hilarious. I don't think we'd be able to get very far though. We're all dumb.
Neil Armstrong is named Brad Wayne. That's his. Yeah. But look, kudos to the boys at the moon, and we're fixing to take you there with the next segment of this podcast.
What's the
Thank
next
you for
section?
being so
The
honest.
segment, D. Oh,
Oh,
turn it up.
bro.
Turn it up. There it goes. Oh,
Wrong.
Artlist.io.
Wrong.
You knew we were gonna get to it. Call of Duty. Detox. Same old week.
Talk about the boom boom room.
Yeah, the boom room. That's it.
As I was saying,
Man.
y'all take your shit back. Y'all never guess who's gonna be there tonight.
Music licensing reimagined.
This is Todd Logic with features. Enjoy it, soak up the knowledge. God bless you.
Wrong.
Right.
Artlist.io.
oh
Yeah, I didn't know, dude. I didn't want to run the whole like 3 minutes. Welcome to the last segment of this podcast, the COD Logic segment of this podcast. We are.
This is probably our most knowledgeable segment. We actually are like licensed professionals. Take everything we say with a big old grain of salt.
Yeah, so definitely much more so than politics. Like I said, we're just the good old boys that sit on the back of tailgates and just try to find common sense in these hard times of politics. But if you want to know where our roots are planted, it's this topic right here. It's the COD logic topic. We meet every weekend. If you're not me, you meet in the week. Sometimes it's a struggle. It's a struggle bus. But Call of Duty is obviously one of our most passionate topics. And so for this week, Smee and
Yeah.
myself have decided to put together just a little snippet, and I hope this doesn't go fast. We'll just see how this goes. Of our favorite guns and why. And I think when you see this, you see that? Okay.
All
Hang
right.
on. I got to find out how to pause this thing, dude.
Oh, God. I hope you can.
Yeah, I know. I got to find out how to pause it. Hang on. Bear with us. We are new to this.
You could just open up the whatever
I
it's
could
called,
do
the
that.
app, and just go to the slide.
Oh, you talking about Canva?
Yeah, open up Canva.
Yeah. Let me do that. Yeah. We're so close to like being super official with this. We're just still
Wrong.
learning. You can tell we've really been trying though.
Wrong.
Let me give me 1 second. Smee, go ahead and tell them your highlight play of the week just while we're at it, while we're waiting, because everybody knows the plays they made and didn't make. Give me your highlight.
The only thing I can think of is we were at the racetrack, or the what it's called, raceway, which is basically a 3-lane. There's a sniper lane, another sniper lane on the opposite side, and then the middle is all chaos. And I think we were down like 5 or something, and we ended up coming back and winning. The round, I think it was the final round. It was 5-5. We had came back, and everyone was dead except me and Love Potion and 4 other enemies. 4 enemies, and I
Yes, sir.
believe we had planted the bomb. And me and Jason, we were by the big buses where I think it's A bomb, not the one inside, it's the one outside. And somehow there's 2 guys that came at me basically back to back. I kill one, turn, kill another one. Now it's 2v2. I can't remember what else happened, but somehow we clutched it, bro. And it was just insane because
Just a good
number
fun.
one, we had come back from a huge deficit. It was amazing.
Comebacks are always like they're definitely the sweetest, especially when we're always in game chat or party chat, so like there's always that PC player on our team. I think it's Dylan, and like he just happens to like or Dylan and Drew they just happen to catch like the party the game chats commentaries
Yeah,
of like
they can
when
be in
guys
game
talking.
chat and party chat. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they'll fire us up, dude. They'll be like, "Hey, man, they're shooting a lot of smoke in there, boys. It's time. It's time to make a change for life. It's time to
Yeah,
make a
I
change."
love that. Well, and
Well, let
comebacks
me
are really
see.
exciting whenever it's really close on the last
Mhm.
game that determines who's gonna win. And even in the last game, we were down. We only had 2 guys alive. They had 4. So those are just like amazing moments. All right, did you get it to work?
Yes, I believe I did. Guys, just a little FYI, if you didn't want to know, if you wanted to know what happened, don't put durations on slides because then things will move faster than you ever think. Let's share it and see if we can't get this. Smegal,
I love it.
present full screen.
Beautiful.
Okay, all right. Welcome to we worked hard on this screen. God bless. And what do we have here? What did you know? We said we're going to switch away from maps. We're to guns. And this is where we're at. This is going to be my build of the week. It is, yes, Peach's STG 44. Did I create this loadout? I adopted it, and I've tweaked it to some of my own. I don't necessarily use the Jack Glassic optic, but it's honestly, I fluctuate. use it and don't. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not something I hate. I kind of like shoot, I'd have to figure it out, but or get the specific name of it. But like I said, it's not a bad optic. I'd use it for a little bit. I switched just because once you get used to like a certain red dot, that's just kind of what you like. But other than that, I will tell you that DR6 hand stop is. I would have never considered putting that on a gun. So that's the side that like the build that I did get that like obviously pre-built, but it's solid, dude.
I put that hand stop on every single one of my guns.
Really the
Because
DR
it makes you faster.
the Merc foregrip or the Bruin. There's a lot
Those were good in the last Call of Duty. On this one, the DR6 is really good because it makes you fast, and movement is like so clutch in this game. People have a harder time shooting you when you're moving really quick, and then you can get away from things. Like I don't know, I love movement. I put DR6 on every one of my guns.
Well, quartermaster sub. I always like. There's a lot of people. So in our game mode, I know Warzone. It's kind of built a little bit different, just because the trajectory or directional fire. You don't really want to. I like using a suppressor more so than Smee, fill my blank. You know what I'm talking about? Muzzle brake.
Yeah.
Just because that, like I said, it kind of like that damage that another player feels. It kind of.
I like the way it sounds, and sometimes like on the MCW, I put a regular suppressor on the MCW because it just feels better. I don't know. It messes with the recoil. To me, the look and the feel and the sound of a gun, it can help you or hurt you, and sometimes you can't really explain it. You just like the suppressor.
Well, here's one thing that I say to me that it is the real meat to this loadout. Like I said, the DR6, but the factory short barrel, and I think this is what I'm gonna say, Smee, and this is the big enchilada. This is what changed this entire gun for me. If you're not running that DR79 combo stock, you don't need to use the gun, bro. That to me, that's everything. It gives you a little.
Do you think the short barrel does a short barrel mess with like how quickly it kills, the time to kill?
Obviously on range, anytime you go shorter barrel, it's gonna in the distance, it's gonna come down a little bit. But other than that, dude, this gun is a beefy gun, bro. It's kind of like it's kind of got like it's in the same family as the AK almost. It's kind of got that just like a little hint of that recoil, but it's a beefy gun. You need to. The main thing to me when you use this STG, or if anybody uses STG, recoil control is essential because, like I said, it feels like an AK. It was in the AK family, so it's got recoil, and then the mobility. Because we all know we're not going to bring up the snipers this round because I don't even think we have them on this set list. But like I said, if you don't have that stock, that's essential on the STG 44. That is my build. Take a picture. I'm sure you won't because I tried.
What does the combo stock do? What does the combo stock do?
It's just it puts more mobility, dude. It just gives you like a little. I mean, I believe it's more so. I think it's more so accuracy. Or not accuracy, but recoil, but it gives you the mobility.
So
dude, I put this on there, and I just like.
That means this gun is sort of like a faster version of the SPG because you got the DR6 hand stop makes it fast, the short barrel makes it fast, and then the combo stock gives you swiftness or like speed, but also it gives you some recoil. So.
This is not a range play gun. This is medium to short. This is a medium to short build, obviously, and more so favoring. You can still do damage perfectly fine at mid range. If you can't with this gun, you probably shouldn't play COD. I think this gun is more so solely a mid range, and when you add these attachments, it brings it very compatible with other short range guns, and I think that's what. That's why I like the build, and it's the build of the week. Other than that, like I said, take a picture if you love it. Smee, give us your take on your baby here. Smee's actually got 2 guns of the week, so he's here to preach, bro. Call of Duty, COD Logic, T-Top.
Well, so the static is just like I try a new gun like every every time I play. I'll use if we're doing a long session, I'll this is my baby. I start with it, I end with it, and I try out something different, but I always come back to it because it's so good, dude. The quartermaster is just for recoil control. It doesn't have a whole lot of negatives to it. Like there's a lot of muzzles that you put on and they slow down your sprintify and your ADS speed. That doesn't really do that. The hand stop we already talked about. That makes you fast. The light stock makes you fast. The laser makes you fast, and you don't have to put the laser on. I put the optic on. This is a really fast version. I typically don't run the laser. I put the optic and I put the glasses sight we were talking about. And then the long barrel is just to give it a little more punch because I will nail you from all the way across the map with this gun. Um, very
Well, and
few
that's
times in a match will this take more than like 4 or 5 bullets, and that's really fast because it's a high rate of fire gun. This is I
well, and
run and
so
gun. If you're a running gunner, you got to try out the static HB with all of these attachments. I think some people don't run the long barrel, and a lot of people don't run the laser. This one's just for speed.
well, and quick question just about this. Um, first of all, I have never. I'm just going to ask a quick question just about one of the attachments. The spray 34 light stock. I've never used that one. Like I said, I've used the static a couple times. It's
Mhm.
solid. It's more so of a newer gun, so I hadn't like dove off into that. Is that one that you swear by, or is that interchangeable to you?
I'm sure
The
it's
stock.
interchangeable. I'm sure it's interchangeable. It's just it gives you a little more mobility. I just look. It's all about
Well,
speed when it comes down to submachine guns because you're going to be all up on somebody, and when you're all up on them, the target's pretty big. But also, how many times have you got turned around and just weren't able to shoot somebody because they you crossed paths real close and you had no idea how to you couldn't turn and find them quick enough. This is the gun where you can do that. You can like purposely get up around somebody and make them not able to hit
well,
you.
so
The stride just makes
we
it
know
quick.
this to be kind of OP. So what one of these attachments? Because like I said, I even said I fluctuated with mine a little bit. Laser, I don't know if I would be so just because I don't like the potential exposing that the laser can do, especially in search. If you're in a faster
Well,
mode,
this
I mean,
laser
bro, you're
only
just gonna kill
shows
them
up.
anyways.
This laser only shows up when you aim down sights. So hopefully you're aiming on someone's body. And I literally never am just aiming, waiting. And that's why, but
Yeah.
sometimes like you get in a position where you know
Somebody said
someone's
the
about to
flashlight
come.
was OP.
I think I might have
Somebody
heard that
said the
back in the day.
flashlight.
But yeah, like I was saying,
Yeah, I don't know if it still is.
I don't run this laser. I take off the laser and I put an optic on. I put the jack glassless sight on. So
Oh, so
use
you
the
do use the
laser
jacket.
just for it. The laser. This is just really really fast. If you want to go with something a little more tactical and you like having a sight, take the laser off, put the glassless on, or any sight that you want. It doesn't matter.
Well, so to finish that question, which to the person that looks at this and says, I like that, and that, but which one of these, I would just say pick the one or two if you're that confident. Which one of these attachments, more so on this gun than any other, just in your eyes, is not interchangeable? Like you have to like quartermaster, obviously quartermaster sub. You've already talked about the laser, a light stock, but out of the quartermaster sub, long barrel, or DR6 hand stop, which one are you not taking off this gun? And you're not recommending anybody else to take off this gun?
It'd either be the long barrel or the suppressor, quartermaster suppressor.
Well, and to me, that's what I'm thinking. Like long barrel, dude, it depends how you play. Because when I see long barrel, I can almost guarantee you have a knife as your secondary.
Yeah.
But if you're running that long barrel, you better be somebody with that can hit those shots. Like because I said that's to me when I build a loadout, you either have like your short range, and like I said, which is most of the time a knife, and then something like this, which is an SMG that's modified to hit those longer shots. So I don't know. Like I said,
Yeah. So I feel like this is a better close range than the STG. I would think that the STG would be better long range, but putting that long range just makes it to where the maximum damage range is higher. So like typically SMGs are like 25 meters or 25 yards, whatever they measured at. If you slap a long barrel on it, you can get like 20 more yards. So I think it would.
So let me ask you about this. Automatically, it doesn't look like, because like I said, I hadn't done a whole lot of diving into static. It doesn't look like the recoil is that impressive. Is it a big thing when you play with this gun? Like, I mean, are you getting a lot of slack from recoil, or would you say that it doesn't really
No,
factor
bro.
in
Recoil, it doesn't really matter. Only on really, really long, like whenever it's
shots?
really long away, sometimes it matters. But bro, I'm telling you, it's pretty easy. This gun is pretty user friendly. If you're pretty crappy at aiming, it's good, dude. Look, you need to try this gun. If you haven't, I can't believe you
Okay.
haven't like tried
No,
this. I'll kill you.
no. So that's the thing though, is I'm like that's I'm gonna make it a point, because I feel like we should start having guns a week, because we play all the time, and I always get that wild hair of like, man, I need to try something different. Sometimes I'll even go back to like an old gun, like maybe the very first came out, and just see how it's hitting. So hey, no, I'm gonna
Yeah,
try it. I definitely will try
I
it. And
wish I
I
would
have
have put
this.
another gun on here. There's the Swarm. It's an old gun, like you just said, and it hits. It hits. The WSP Swarm. It's an SMG. It looks like almost like the old Mac 10. It's real small, and its rate of fire is insane. So you shred people up close.
Ooh. And last but not least,
Okay.
Smee's cast off.
Okay. So I kind of picked this
Light
gun
machine gun. I've never heard it. I've never used this.
Okay, so I wish we had Dylan's loadout for like a legit gun. This one that I've got, this is sort of like a meme. Dylan's loadout has 0 recoil. So guys, if the cast off, try this one just for fun, just for the memes. But the cast off has a really good loadout where like it has 0 recoil. It's fast. I know it's an LMG, but it does not act like it. So this
Dude,
loadout, this loadout is a meme.
I know, but that underbarrel, that's a mean underbarrel.
That's the
What is that?
The underbarrel or the
grip?
The grip. Yeah. So I'm about to look up.
Brace fire HC underbarrel.
I'm about to look up a short that shows you.
Yeah, go ahead. No, this is an interesting gun, because I can tell you if there's one topic that I don't use, it's LMGs, and just because it's just a style of player I am, like, and I believe you are as well. Like, you want to go fast, and you need to pie corners fast, and that's just what it is. Now, if you're head glitching, obviously, I think this looks like a perfect head glitching gun. 100 rounds,
bro. Okay, it's actually not. So I want to just show you a video of this. Okay,
go ahead, share that. Hey, let me. Am I still sharing or no? Or you got it?
Now I am. Okay, watch what this gun does. Okay.
This new attachment is broken. There's a brand new underbarrel that you get from leveling up the new LMG called the Brace Fire Grip. Now this underbarrel gives you faster tack stance speed that looks just like this.
You're hip firing everything.
Bro, I'm literally running on ice skates right now. Oh my god, look at the movement on this thing. Combine this attachment with the tack evolver and you'll get easy wipes just like this. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
And this is in Warzone where it takes.
Oh yeah!
Dang, dude, that's crazy.
Is that not crazy?
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the gun that you have on the side of a juggernaut. That's kind of how it fires, isn't it? And like the movement.
Yeah. It's exactly, dude. It's crazy. So yeah, basically any LMG, put the brace fire, the HC brace fire is what it's called. If you put that on there, you don't have to aim in on your gun. I mean, when you do, it's already in that that tack fire stance. So it's just instant and you move super quick. You almost move as fast as like when you have a knife out. It's
Bro,
almost as fast as a knife, and it's an LMG.
So, just one question on this attachment. We have been playing this game for a long time, Smee. I don't know how many of us are like swear by lasers, but if you look up these builds, every one of them have lasers. Like, are we wrong? Are they wrong? You know what I mean?
This laser, I think it's all about just the sprint to fire speed. Lasers can help with speed.
Yeah,
But we play search, so there's a lot of camping or people that camp and search, so it doesn't really work well. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If you're in war zone, you're out in the open, or you might be in a building, but you're usually not like just camped out. You know what I mean? You see people coming in. You know when a fight's. People don't usually sneak up on you in war zone, and I think meant for more like a
very seldomly, like you hear them.
So when we're in search and destroy, you know people are just chilling in a corner or chilling in a building, you know. So it doesn't really work
just sweat, just not even. No, they're not sweaty. Excuse me, they're ratty. So just to be clear on this specific loadout, the brace fire HG grip is what gives you that hit fire capability.
Yes, it's actually broken. Like it really is broken.
Okay, so basically enjoy it while it lasts because it'll be nerfed.
Maybe, I don't know. I think they kind of like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's fun if you want to have a good time and laugh. This is a good gun. I've also got another one that I just want to play a clip, a YouTube short real quick. Is that okay?
Well, let me finish my slideshow that I didn't get to finish. Oh, look at this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You see it?
4 T-top. Let's go. Hey, we will be streaming soon.
We'll be streaming soon, T-top. And just so you need to know, a lot of people, let me clear the air. A lot of people get misconstrued on what the boom boom room means. Let me go ahead and stop sharing this because I ain't seen Smee's mask in about 10 minutes. I want to see his pumpkin face. Ooh. A lot of people get confused when you hear boom boom room. They think this is some strip club. No, we're a podcast. And T-top stands for the Texas Ohio Players, the unity. We need our Ohio friend here. Hopefully he's here soon. Anyways, other than that, man, look, I think go ahead and play your video because I don't want to get off the guns just yet.
Okay,
I like the gun topic, dude. I'm gonna use that static. I'm gonna actually try. I'm not gonna do anything drastic on the.
All right, are you ready for this?
The cast off yet? No, you're good.
So this is, I think it's the MX Guardian shotgun. You put the conversion kit on it, and this is what it does.
Oh my good Lord. I'm gonna pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and
dude, that's range. I'm quitting.
Everybody at
two for that. Oh my. That's basically it. It is a little slow to fire, but bro, it is 100% a one shot in multiplayer.
Now, is it so it has is it like drag? Does it the conversion kit just makes it shotgun? You can't put like Dragon's Breath on or anything like that.
I don't know. I think you might still be able to. I'm not sure because I haven't played with it too much. I unlocked it. I used it in like a couple of.
That's crazy, dude. He just hit that guy from.
Yeah, it's like one shot. The only thing is, I think you get like 3.
So you know where I'm picturing. You know where I'm picturing. Okay, so here's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing, and this is how you know you're a real one. I'm picturing shoot house. We're going plant. You've got, you can push through junkyard, but we rush B all the time. So basically what I'm thinking about is when you breach that corner and you see B and that connex that runs along the back side of B, I'm thinking like that's where that son of a gun just hit that dude from. Like that's and that's a significant, like that's not shotgun. That's like, that may be something that can bat these sniper rifles.
It's almost like a shotgun sniper. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So that's a fun little meme gun too. And it's all about the attachment. So the brace fire for LMGs makes it to where you run around fast and you're already aiming tac stance. And then the Jack Lance is the MX Guardian's attachment. It turns it into a sniper rifle, basically.
Well, and here's what we'll finish with, because we're at an hour 19. I like that hour and 30-minute podcast. I think those are a good length of episodes. We learn a little bit every episode. But just to tell you what's ahead for as far as Peach and Smee and what holds on to the future. So obviously, I would say more so not too soon. Just probably plan on the year 2025. That's when we're going to start planning and talking about how can we get in this stream, try Twitch, and then some of these reels we can create and, kind of go over our own highlights and all, of these guns. So,
yeah,
look, guys,
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, we have a good time, man. I make friends. Me gets banned.
I get banned instantly, guys. I'm banned for 30 days. I think I got like 7 more days, maybe another week.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right. But nah, y'all, look, seriously, man. On a real note, guys, not the podcast. Call of Duty, this T-top thing. It's a brotherhood, man. We've known these guys for quite some time. We bring in new ones. We get to know them like family. We talk to them. We know their problems. So it's a cool thing, man. And we that's why we're excited to share, and hopefully y'all support and like the content and not just support the Peach and Smee, support the T-top. Our goal is to be in a physical tournament. I'm telling you, dude, I'm gonna get us somehow. I don't know if it's Vegas. It may be just like outside of Houston, somewhere in the middle school.
I say we do a local, regional type tournament somewhere in Houston. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, dude.
We're
gonna be. Yeah, dude. So that's what.
Bro,
it's gonna be.
If we can't find a tournament, we could just make our own tournament, bro. Think about how much.
Dude, how crazy would that be? A Peach and Smee's Call of Duty tournament.
We get donations from people, and then, bro, what you would do is you would just rent out a venue that has like pretty good internet, hold a lot of people, and then everyone brings their own monitors, and we just plug you up to the internet, and we do private matches, and then
we should do it, dude.
Have a judge watching and moderating.
Well, and so you would have to do a lot of things on that. Like you would have to. I mean, I'm assuming it's preference. Like if you're a PC, you bring your laptop or whatever, or or is it? Would you just do strictly consoles?
Well, we could do 3 different
tiers.
You could do console, battle, PC, and then mixed.
Yeah, man, that would be cool. That would actually be that would be
or make
an
it easy
interesting.
and just do mixed. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, look, I'm the thing is when we obviously have those PC lobbies, a smart player is going to play different. Like I'm not walking down lanes.
I'm not pushing sniper hideouts, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm just not walking lanes. And here's the deal. I'm not trying to get too close either. I'm playing the element of surprise on PC players. I want to see them first because 9 times out of 10, they'll have a little bit better connection, as you may know.
Shoot, I'm running and gunning, baby. I'm just balls.
As you may know, they may have a little, and it trips me out because see, when I run a knife, I'll be sitting there and it'll be me and a guy. We both have knives, and I'm a man and he's a man, and we're gonna let them hang. And so we sit there and knife each other, and he gets me, and I'm like, watch the kill cam back. It didn't even look like I knifed. And so I got sometimes, man, this bad old internet 1-bar, red bar internet connection, I got to catch them by surprise, but I let them walk around the corner, expose their backside, and dead. Move on to the next one. And that's just the way. And obviously, you have fiber, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody messing with fiber. We don't have fiber in these neck of the woods.
Yeah,
and that's almost essential for gaming.
Yeah, well, sometimes whoever's got the host, sometimes the host has just 10 or 15 more milliseconds, which might be the difference between we both knifed at the same time, but you got it kind of thing. Or we both pull the trigger at the same time, but you got it kind of thing. Anyways, well, that was a good COD logic. I enjoyed it.
No, man, I think in all totality, I think it was just a solid cast. And like I said, if you're watching at this time, guys, support the podcast, man. We enjoy doing it, and I think truly, if there was anything we could ask from y'all besides support, it's just feedback. Like, we like to communicate. We like when there's questions to be had. Like when you see our opinion, and somebody gave me an idea, like maybe Wednesday I need to start doing like a post where it says, okay, hot takes for this cast, and maybe get a few of these takes. So it's kind of interactive. That's what I wish we could see more of from,
Hey, let me
the
say
people
something.
that support the show. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, if you've watched the full length of the podcast and you're still watching right now, comment your name or just comment something to let us know that you watched the whole
We're sending them a shirt.
Yeah, and if there's anything that you liked or didn't like about the podcast, comment that as well. Because if you're open to criticism, then you're only going to get better.
Dude, y'all see why he's in that other chair, bro. He's just a smart guy. Smee, you make me smile, bro.
Hey,
you make me smile sometimes. Well, look,
talk about the boom boom room.
Talking about that boom boom room. This is episode 13. This was episode 13. We came. You came.
Artlist.io.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Get your mind.
Bitty bitty bitchy. Came. We saw
Anyways.
being pregnant.
Smee, I love you, brother. I love you as a podcast partner. To the people that's watching on the other side of this thing, we love you. I speak for us. I am Peach.
Music licensing reimagined.
And we've enjoyed every second of your time that you've given us. Thank you, guys. We will see you next week. Smee, thank you for the time tonight. I enjoyed it, brother.
You too, brother. Hey, I'll send you the podcast. I don't know if it goes to the cloud and you'll be able to get it, or I'll send it to you.
Yeah, no, you just hang it up and just don't close this tab. Hello back.
All right, bro. All right, man.
Baby, big game this week.